Hello and welcome back to my monthly crafting and talking show, Craftversations.
This is it.
This is it. And this month my guest is the one and only, the hilarious, the talented.
There may be a few more of me, but we can't confirm that.
I think there's just one. Joey Richter!
Hi!
Yay! You probably remember Joey from my projects such as School of Thrones, I Ship It, Muzzled the Musical, the upcoming Spies Are Forver, and you probably know him from his other stuff, StarKid and Tin Can Brothers, and
maybe
just being an illustrious human.
Thank you. Illustrious is such a... No one's ever used that word to describe me.
Well, that's how I think of you.
Thank you.
Illustrious.
Just full of animation and illustrations.
Yes!
That's how I think. Just a cartoon human being.
I mean, in the best possible way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're going to make some stuff today.
I cannot wait.
Are you ready?
I am. It's the holiday season.
It's the holiday season. We're making a festive craft. We are going to turn pine cones into little trees.
Yeah.
So if you want to craft along with us, here are the things you will need. You will need little tiny terracotta pots. You'll need some paint brushes and some paint. You'll need silver and green. You will need pine cones. I collected these at Griffith Park. You might want to wash them. I did that. I soaked them in water and then dried them before you
Oh, that one's cute.
make. I know, isn't it adorable? Just so, you know, there's not any bugs or anything in there. You'll need some sort of glue. I'm using Mod Podge. You can use whatever. And glitter. And then I have these little stars to put on top of them. The tutorial that I used called for aluminum foil stars, but I saw these at the store and I thought they were cute, and we'll see if they work. And that's all you need.
That's simple.
There you go. And we're going to get started. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready to
Let's
craft?
do it.
Oh,
I'm ready
yes.
to make a little tray.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to paint the pots first.
Oh,
we're going to paint them silver.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
So here's the silver. I can't get this open. Can you hand me those
Yeah,
scissors,
I can.
perhaps?
Okay.
You got it?
I love opening things like this.
Well, then do not let me deny you the joy.
Yeah,
doing that.
it's like, you know, when you used to, I mean, I don't know if people do, obviously, they're still on sale.
You're great at
People used
it.
to buy,
I'm so
like,
impressed by
DVDs,
that.
and you know how some people would just open up the top when it has the plastic film along the
Yes.
top of DVDs, and people would just
Yes.
cut it and open it? I, like, really had to peel it off.
Oh, yeah, you got to get it
I was
all
one of
out
those
there.
people.
Yeah, I'm kind
Anyway.
of like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is
Oh,
silver.
Yeah. Well, this is not going on as thick as I want.
We might need to, we'll probably use all of it.
So, Joey.
Yes, yes.
You and I have worked on a lot of projects together
We have,
at this point.
and also in a very short amount of time. It's yes, we've become quite good friends and colleagues over not a very
long time. Although when we did School of Thrones, it's now been almost 3 years since we did that.
I know that
Isn't
is
that weird?
That is pretty
really
crazy.
weird.
That was quite because it was 3 years this February.
This coming February, yeah. This coming winter.
God, that was
right?
so long ago.
I know.
That was so much fun,
It feels
though.
weird. It was fun.
That was great. Oh no, it's working.
You know, I've never seen anybody sport a Speedo with such inhibition as you.
Oh, thank you for so long too. For what felt like days, and it was
just the longest time.
for almost a week. I was just wearing that Speedo.
Yeah, how was that?
You know, it wasn't that bad because I used to be a swimmer, so I was used to the idea of being in a Speedo. However, and this is, you know, when you said, "Are we talking about everything?" We are talking about everything. I from after that process or that shoot got scabies.
What does that even mean?
It's kind of like a body lice thing, and I think I got it from one of the blankets or something that someone had on set because it was a couple weeks after, and I was like, why am I so itchy? And this is real.
Joey, I'm so sorry that happened to you.
It was okay. It was very unfortunate.
Dear.
But
what did you do? What did you do?
I had to get a cream. I had it before when I was in 4th grade.
Oh, so you knew what it was.
So I was like, oh no, I hope I don't have this again.
Oh,
and
no.
do we do the inside?
No, I don't think we need to do the inside. I'm
I
not.
definitely got some paint on me, but that's cool.
Sorry, I hope that's okay.
No, oh my God.
Crafting is messy
No, you can't, you know,
Can't.
you can't make art without
It's true. Oh yeah, this is turning out better than I was afraid it might. It's looking good.
But yeah, so that was the only unfortunate thing to come out of that experience.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was great fun.
We had a good time.
Met a lot of other, who else? I mean,
Brendan, Max.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, you would worked with Max.
Yeah.
A ton before that.
Yeah.
I had never. Yeah, and then like.
Who else was in that? I actually just watched it recently because I was like, I haven't watched this in forever, and I kind of forgot about it. I forgot what happened in it. You were great. Oh, and Nick and Austin.
Nick, oh my god, Austin, who was on those like Honda commercials.
Yeah.
He had like a crazy good campaign. That was nuts.
He's awesome. I love him. He's in a show with me called Squaresville. You like Game of Thrones, yeah?
I do. Yeah. I do like Game of Thrones. It gets. It's the only show that really like irritates me though.
Yeah, I feel like it irritates a lot of people.
I just get frustrated because I go, I always feel, I watch the whole thing, but I always feel,
oh sorry.
No, that was
We have more of those.
I always feel like they purposefully hold out information and, oh no, some of my hair.
Oh, an extra treat.
Information and like fun plot things until the end of the season and just spend the entire season getting you to wait for that.
I can see that.
And it irritates me. And I go, you bastards. Every time I just go, no, you're not going to do this to me again. And then I let them.
Yeah. They do it.
But yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think they do a good job. I feel the same way about The Walking Dead.
Oh, really?
Where I just go, you guys are just waiting. Now you've got my attention and you're just waiting to do something cool much later on in this season.
I don't watch either of those shows, actually. My mom watches The Walking Dead and tells me all about it. So I know what's going on, yeah. That's also how I feel about Game of Thrones, though, because it is literally impossible to avoid spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
I know everything that's happening.
It's so...
I'm like, who died this week?
Immensely in the zeitgeist of, pop culture right now that you just can't avoid it.
It's true, which is fine.
Which is my feeling of, like, I might as well watch this.
Right, that's true. I tried to watch it. It was so violent, I just couldn't do it.
It is. Have you watched a show called The Leftovers on HBO?
I haven't, but I auditioned for it.
Really? Mm-hmm. Do you know what role?
Liv Tyler's role.
Really? Interesting.
Actually was talking about this on the last Craftversations.
Really?
I think they changed it, though, because in the script it was a redhead, and I don't know. I don't watch it.
She's got some interesting...
stuff that goes on?
She's got some crazy stuff that goes on.
Really?
Yeah, this season. Really? Last season... Well, because the show's just a weird show.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this season, she just had an episode that was pretty nuts.
Really?
Oh, yeah. No spoilers, but...
No spoilers.
For anyone out there who's not caught up on The Leftovers. God, I love painting these silver.
They're great. It's looking so good. Right?
Yeah. Okay. It really is so soothing to just paint something.
I really enjoy crafting, and I wouldn't do it except I have to for this show, so...
No, it's like, it's the kind of thing where I wish I don't know if it's like drive, because you don't really need a drive to craft.
Right.
But I don't know what it is. I wish I just did this more.
I know, it's so nice. It's so fun.
And the attention to detail being like, this is exactly how it needs to be. No, this paint was good.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, really made a 180 with this feeling about the paint. Initially we were like, this is not good paint. And then it was like, this isn't too bad. And then it was like, there we go.
It turned out great. So here's some green. Shall I give you a couple pine cones?
Yeah.
Do you have a preference on which janky pine cone?
No, let's take a look at them.
We
got our big guy here.
Yeah, we got our big guy. We got the tiniest tiny.
I kind of like this one. This is a nice like middle of the road pine cone.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do this weird one.
That's
has
good
no
too.
Bottom, but it's fine. We're gonna do all of them.
And do you use the glue to get them
You just mainly place them in there. I think it's gonna be how it goes. But we can glue them if we need to.
Okay. There's gonna be a lot of dabbing with these. We're gonna have to dab inside, get that green in there.
So after School of Thrones, we didn't work together for a bit, but then we did a ship it, which I was so excited that you were into.
Was that before Muzzled?
Well. We did the Kickstarter video for Muzzled.
Oh, yeah.
But you weren't there that day.
I wasn't. I don't know if I did like a separate bit
for the Kickstarter, because I did that bit with Ashley.
Right.
That was quite a long time ago.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because they did the first Kickstarter video like years ago.
Yes.
How did you first meet those guys or know those guys? Because those are the same people that did School of Thrones.
I met them all through, I mean, the same way I got introduced to School of Thrones was through Whitney Milam.
Yes, okay.
Yes. And because I had done a video with her, and I had known her through just Harry Potter stuff.
I see.
Through different conventions, and that's how I met, like, Sammy G.
Yeah.
And, like, Sarah Sterling.
Yeah.
And all those peeps. Yeah. So that's...
All those peeps.
It's I mean, it's nuts how that connection to so many of those groups of people...
I mean, that's just how it is. It's
has thusly brought upon...
Yeah. Crazy.
A million new groups of friends, which has been a blast, and like fun projects, and
I know, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy. Oh, sorry.
No, that was my bad.
Oh, I think I got my first little tree done.
Really
I'm gonna let him dry. I'm gonna do another tree. Are you okay?
I've just got paint
all over you. You can take a break and wash your hands if you want.
No. I really want to get this.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
I'm like really passionate about getting in all the crevices now.
Oh yeah. Well, if you don't, it's okay. Oh yeah, you really went for it. I didn't do the very bottom. But...
I'm trying to get.
So we got to do I Ship It together, which I was super glad you were down for.
That was very fun.
I wasn't sure how you would feel about it, seeing as it was like kind of Harry Potter-y, and you've kind of been there, done that. But
you know, the thing is, it's continuing to like explore and be a part of that community in that sense, and like doing other things that is not I have truly no problem with that.
Yeah.
It's always funny when it's more, I think it gets more interesting and frankly a little bit like, okay, when it's stuff from the shows we did long ago that people go, do that again, and you go, no, we just did that so long ago.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure
you can watch it on YouTube, you know.
Do you experience frustration with that? I get a little annoyed. It's a hard line to walk because, like, obviously I'm very thankful for Lizzie Bennet Diaries and the great success that it gave us. But when people, like, comment on my other projects and say, like, oh, look, it's Lydia, that's what really bugs me.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not Lydia. It's a different character. I'm not just Lydia.
That does get a little...
Try really hard to be a different person.
Yeah, and it's kind of just like the world, I guess, we live in, that someone can get so very attached to that one thing that it's hard to... But it's also like, I don't know, even as when I was a young kid and watched things and you know, movies and stuff where I really got attached to someone as one character, it's like, you know, I obviously had a concept of them being someone else,
right?
and maybe that's why I chose to go into this business in the first place.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. It's never. Thing is, I know it's never coming from like a malicious place. It's always just coming from like, yeah, that was that. And I go, yep, that was that.
That was
that.
And how long ago was it that you guys first did?
That was
your first
in 2009.
Wow.
So quite some time ago at this now.
Right.
But yeah, it was a very long time ago. I was in school. Everyone was, you know, still in classes and doing all that stuff. That's kind of what's funky about it. It's like,
yeah, that's crazy.
It wasn't never intended to be
a thing.
What it was became. Just like, oh, we just did it because we were all in school, and this was like a fun thing to do while we were, you know, all in classes and doing like, you know, the Basement Arts Theater program there. So it's hard, you know, because I think a lot of people kind of know that that's the story behind that and go like, great, that's how you like operate. And it's like, not really. It's like it is like a business and something that people are trying to do like professionally, and it's hard to kind of replicate that feeling of like, we're just doing it because we're in school. It's like, because we're not in school anymore.
Right, and you're trying to...
We're all trying to like, you know, do it professionally. So it's a tough thing. You know, I don't think I'm going to go too deep on this one just to make it look like it's actual branches, you know?
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's my plan with this
I really like that.
We all still have that is the beauty of it all, is that we do have a pretty incredible shorthand with each other. at this point.
I love that you guys have such a group, and I don't know.
We know each other very well.
Really
we fight like siblings.
Do you?
In a good way, in the fun way, where it's everyone loves teasing each other.
Sure. I don't know. I think it's really something to be. I don't know, it's just really hard to find good people that you like working with and you have a good rapport with, and I'm almost a little bit jealous of you guys in that. I think it's so cool that you guys have known each other for so long and you still love working together, and you guys just continually come up with new and cool and fun things to do. I think that's really rare. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, and I as much as little there are spats and fights and stuff, I think that's what kind of keeps people still interested, wanting to work with each other and coming back to that idea of we should still do this because this is great.
That's awesome. How green are your fingers?
Quite green.
I feel like this craft is going to take a lot less time than I thought it was going to.
How long do they usually take?
Sometimes 2 to 3 hours.
Really?
Sean's took 5 hours.
What was Sean's?
We made. Can you see them? Those little string states up there.
Whoa.
Yeah, they were a lot more difficult than I anticipated. They're just time consuming. They were time consuming.
Those look that way. It looks like there's a million pieces of string.
Yes, there is.
Massachusetts was the wrong state to grow up in.
Well, that's awesome. I just think the things you guys do are so freaking funny and
Thank
you. I haven't even watched all of them.
Fun time.
I remember hearing so much hype about we had gone to GeekyCon the first time and I didn't know who you guys were, but we were all there together, and so
was that when we were there in Portland?
In Chicago. Were you at the Chicago one?
Yeah. Well, that was when that's the thing. I have no concept of who was there and what was going on, because that was when we rehearsed our show for the entire time we were there.
Well, I remember when you guys were doing that show, and we were like, what's going on? Everyone's there, everyone's cheering, and we were so confused. We didn't know what it was. We were like, Darren Chris is here, what's happening? But then, after I actually met you and got to know you on School of Thrones, I was like, okay, I need to give this thing a watch. And I was just flabbergasted by how good it was.
Thank you.
Really lived up to the hype for me.
We have a fun time. There's a lot of good that comes out of all that. Yeah, God, that Chicago one, it's funny when people are like, I was there, and I was like, I unfortunately cannot confirm or deny that I met you, because I
don't think I did meet you. I just kind of knew who you guys were.
Well, yeah, because that whole weekend,
set.
oh my God, because we rehearsed that whole show, and then the show was 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I thought I was gonna pass out.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You were always though I'm gonna toot your horn a little bit. I'm so impressed with you in terms of especially in the Portland one, once I knew you and you were the lead of the opening ceremony. You always learn your freaking lines, and
Thank you.
Your ish.
That was my proudest part of.
You are always so on top of your stuff.
Thank you. That was
I'm just impressed.
That was my proudest moment. Not in any StarKid show, but in a lot, was in that Chicago show because we were doing it on book, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try my best to memorize my words.
You did it,
and I felt pretty good.
You did it.
I felt all right about that one.
I watched it later, and I was super impressed with you. We also at that Chicago, we were very the whole thing was still very new to us, so we very much stuck to each other, and we were like, "What is this whole thing?"
We still do. Yeah. we always kind of leave those being like, "Oh, we didn't get to.
We should have hung out with people.
We should have hung out with more people, because we're always.
Well, you guys are also always rehearsing and doing shows.
We always got a show to do.
So we've painted our trees, and we're just letting them dry.
Yes.
Joey's gonna blow on.
I'm gonna blow on mine for
the next 10 minutes.
Yes. Just go. Looks like a corn on the cob, where I'm just spinning it and blowing it.
I love corn on the cob. It's one of my faves.
It's pretty easy to make too.
It's so good.
If you keep corn on the husk, is that what it's all the stuff, right? If you keep it in the husk and you microwave it, apparently it has the same effect as roast. It cooks the corn fully. Yeah. You microwave it for 2 minutes.
Didn't know that.
I almost was going to say wrap it in foil and put it in the microwave, and I go, nah, that's not how you do it. That's not a good thing to do.
That's not the best way. No. Yeah, I love corn. If a restaurant has corn, some corn dish, I'm going to get that, because I want to know. I want to try all the corn.
Even corn. like cream corn and like even little...
No. Like every restaurant has some kind of like weird street corn or like fancy corn. I love it. Eat it up. Yeah.
Eat up that corn.
Eat up that corn. So let's go back to I Ship It that we were talking about but moved away from. It was really fun because we got to sing together.
Yes.
And our voices sound pretty good together.
They do sound pretty good. Every time I listen to it, I go, I wonder how much work they did on my voice.
They did not!
I was like, I wonder if he just went, all right. Because I remember when we were recording
and you
Brian,
great.
Brian, the guy who was who was mixing.
Fantastic.
And he was just going, all right, and you did that, so I'll just tweak this a little bit so it sounds a little bit better. And he did a lot of that.
You sounded great. He had a very light auto-tune filter on us as we sang.
Very light.
Very light. But it made me feel 1,000% more confident. I was like, I sound so good. It actually helped me so much because I'm not the best at pitch. I mean, I'm not terrible at it, but I have had friends who are like very great musicians and very wonderful singers, and I get so self-conscious because I'm not great at pitch all the time.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not like bad at it, but like sometimes it's...
Every time I've heard you sing, you have excellent vocal control too.
Thank you.
So I wouldn't notice the pitch
I also think I'm harder on myself then, because I'll be like, oh, that sounds flat, and they're like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, no, it's definitely flat, and they're like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, singing that was super fun, and then we all had that.
You are so villainous, and I like your eyebrow. That shot where you just like lift your eyebrow is one of my favorite things.
It was pretty good, and then we all had that. We had that all night shoot.
Oh, I forgot
we were
about
there
that.
all night long.
All night. And we ate those wings. Did you eat those wings?
Oh my God, I had those
so
wings.
Good.
That was a fun night.
It was fun,
in that record store.
We all were very tired, but I don't think you can see it. I think, like...
Totally. And there were all those extras and people that were there who were there all night. They were troopers.
And they were super excited and into it.
Yeah,
I love that scene of us in, like, the Scott Pilgrim-y scene where we're facing each other. And
in the dressing rooms?
Yeah.
That scene was like a 6 in the morning
6 in the morning. We were all very tired.
It was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then, like, snapping into it and being like, all right.
It was good though. I think I don't know, it works somehow. I had to go to an audition after that too. Like at like 11 that day. It was rough, but we got through it.
Yeah.
It was fun. And then we did Muzzled.
Yes, which was also quite a blast.
You just look amazing in Muzzled.
That was another experience where that and that Henry Danger episode I did were two things where people put a lot of facial hair on me and make me wear contacts all day long.
I know. I was like, I think Joey's creating a career of like weird looking rock star villains. Yeah, like Demon Dave Navarro.
That was that house was very, very cool.
Oh, it was so cool. Your voice, your Krampus voice. How did you come up with that? Because I love it. You're like,
I don't know. It just made the most sense. It just didn't sound like me, and it made the most sense. I didn't have many lines in it, so I was like, I just got to make whatever I say totally count.
Oh,
and
you did.
I guess it was by including a very funky voice, and also because no one else was like a weird creature thing.
Yeah,
I was like, I'll be the creature thing.
That's true.
Because,
I think, Muzzled needs a creature thing, because it's so fantastical.
Yeah. So, that
really
was that.
Thought of it that way.
There's
now
that Krampus movie coming out. Did you see that?
Yeah, and
I was like, I gotta see this.
It's so weird and serious, but it looks...
Well, it's like there's all these like comedy actors in it.
I know!
Like Adam Scott's in it.
So weird, and...
what is this?
What's his name?
David Koechner.
Is that his name?
Who plays Champ Kind and Anchorman?
No, maybe. Maybe I'm getting him confused with somebody else. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Tony Colletti. Another comedy.
Colletti,
yeah. Another
weird.
comedy legend.
I'm very confused by that movie. But yeah, see it and tell me how it is.
Mm-hmm. But I was looking and I was like, oh, those guys did their research because they're obviously not spoiling what the creature looks like in the Krampus movie.
Right.
But he has these huge horns that come out the top. I go, all right, they did that.
You mean the Muzzled guys did their research?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was what was
I love that you're like a rock star creature, though.
Well, that was so funny when they were describing it, and they're like, all right, and Mary Kate will be playing this like demon, and Max as well, and I was like, all right, and they're like, and this is your character, and it was like the Wikipedia picture of the Krampus, and it's like this hairy, like goblin guy. He's like, and then I was like, oh, how are you gonna do this? And I love the like design of how it all kind of fits into like realistic.
Is great.
Yeah,
cool. I hope we get to do more, and
I do too.
Like we get to do, because obviously the way the plot is, us Blackhearts are very inhibited. I would love for us in the future to get to just like throw fireballs and like sing and do all kinds of
everyone had a good
stuff.
time working on that.
It was so fun,
and it was like
I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it's really funny
because it definitely was the kind of thing where when you read it, you go, I wonder how this is all gonna kind of piece together. And then when we watched it at the premiere party, I was so pleasantly like surprised and delighted.
Same.
It was so good.
And I love you sound so good in that as well.
And
I'm all warmed up. That's maybe
that
my
was
favorite.
without a doubt auto-tune.
No, it is not.
Without a doubt auto-tune.
No, it is not.
And then on top of that, we like did a little bit of research and we're like, no one's done a spy musical. There's one spy musical called